Hi, welcome to Johnny's workshop. Today we'll be looking to this build. This model we have here is specific to Ford Sierra RS500s. These wheels were from a Group C, and so are the motor mount screws. We'll need a DPR chassis hatch, a push-fit slotted guide, a standard slotted inline crown, a 21K S-can slotted motor, and finally a 0.5mm offset inline motor mount. At first glance, the chassis is looking promising, but in the end, it's still a top chassis. These chassis are only compatible with PCR Scalextric cars, and the part selected resembles what you get in a slotted DTM. This slotted push-fit guide fits perfectly. The hatch fit is also good, but I recommend using a slightly wider threaded screw than the original, as the chassis is very thin or it won't fasten properly. Although the motor is not going anywhere, I went ahead and added 2 screws. After fixing the motor mount chassis, it was time to fit the rest of the moving parts. I found that 44mm is the ideal rear axle length. There is hardly any room under the wheel arches for anything bigger. The front axle is currently catching on the mold lines. These mold lines can be easily removed with a knife. I went for a 45mm front axle. The top side grub screws used are 3mm long. My longer grub screws were too long for this build. Each got 3mm trimmed out of an 8mm scrub screw. I believe between 5 and 6mm scrub screws should be fine. The wheel arches need a trim. This process will take you a few tries until you are satisfied with the result. And this chassis, of course, will allow you to transfer all the light panels directly onto it, possibly everything else wired too, except for the pickups. Without ballasts, this cart weighs 71 grams. Currently my DTM weigh close to 74 grams with ballasts. Slotted classic DTMs usually weigh around 68 grams without magnets or ballasts, and this is a close comparison in size. In the future I will be making a video comparing this build with classic DTMs and see if it's worth adding them in the same class to increase grid variety. And this is it for now. If you enjoyed this video, remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for watching and see you next time.